Hi everyone, welcome to the Engineering Physics New Student webinar. My name is Kirsten Apodaca. I'm the undergraduate coordinator for Physics and Engineering Physics. And I'll just be taking you through an overview of how engineering physics advising works, what to expect this summer, tips on what classes to register for, and student groups and support that you can expect from the physics department as you go along. So engineering physics has a little different advising structure from other majors. We have faculty advisors who you will meet with every semester to talk about what classes you want to enroll in for the next semester. And they're also the experts on everything physics. So if you have questions about your physics classes or maybe about getting involved in research or your degree requirements or career plans, they'll be the ones that you go to. They have office hours every week during the semester that you can just walk into. You don't have to make an appointment. And their office hours and locations are listed on the physics website. But this summer, while you're getting enrolled for your first semester, I'll be working with you very closely to help you figure out what classes to register for. And then in the fall, you'll start working with your faculty advisor. So you'll have an advising hold every semester that prevents you from registering for the next semester until you meet with your faculty advisor. That'll start in the fall, so you'll have that hold and you'll have to meet with the faculty advisor in the fall before you register for spring classes. Just a general overview of the engineering physics major. We require 45 credits of physics. That includes 3 lab classes along the way, plus either senior lab or a research experience. You'll also get to choose 9 physics electives, which is part of that 45 credits. And you can focus in areas like biophysics, teaching and learning physics, optics, plasma, nuclear and particle physics, or solid state physics. So there's a lot of options there. You'll also be required to take 20 credits of engineering electives, 19 credits of math or applied math, 10 credits of chemistry, 5 of computer science, and then also 18 credits of humanities, social sciences, and writing. And that's a College of Engineering requirement, so that's consistent across all engineering majors. And all of these requirements are covered in detail in the Engineering Physics Advising Guide, which you can find on the physics website. And you can also use your degree audit in MyCU Info to see all the classes that are required, and that's a really helpful tool as you go along so that you know what classes are fulfilling what requirements. So for your first semester at CU, we have a breakdown here of whether if you're starting in Calc 1 or if you're starting in Pre-Calc and some recommended classes. If you're starting in Calc 1 based on the math readiness placement, then you should start in Physics 1115, which is Physics 1 for majors, and Applied Math 1350, which is Calc 1, CSCI 1300, which is Intro to Computer Science, and I would suggest a Humanities and Social Sciences elective. The computer science class, you can choose other options here, so I'll talk about that a little bit. CSCI 1300 will be required as a prerequisite if you want to take any additional computer science classes. So that might be a good one to get out of the way if you think you might be interested in taking additional computer science. There's also an option CSCI 1200, which is a more broad intro to programming course that focuses on Python. And that course will count as an engineering elective for you. It will not count as a computer science elective for engineering physics, but that is also an option. CSCI 1300 focuses mostly on C++, and then there's also an option later on for your computer science requirement to take Physics 2600, which is Intro to Scientific Programming, and that one covers Python, but involves physics applications. And you can take that one during your 3rd semester or whenever you're enrolled in Physics 2170. And alternatively, instead of taking CSCI 1300, you could consider taking a drafting class like MCEN 1025 or AREN 1027. Those are both options there. So you have a lot of choices there, and we can talk about that sort of individually based on your interests. If you're starting in pre-calc, you should enroll in APPM 1235, which is pre-calc. And then we also suggest enrolling in Chem 1 in the lab, so Chem 1113 and Chem 1114. And you can also start with CSCI 1300 or any of the other computer science options I mentioned. And then we also recommend a humanities and social sciences elective. And we suggest that you should aim for between 14 to 16 credit hours in your first semester. That's generally a good guideline to stay within. And we'd also like you to consider taking a 1 credit hour applied math work group, which can help reinforce understanding for the calc and pre-calc classes. So those options are listed there if you're interested in those. That's just an extra 1 hour per week work group that'll help you through those classes. So for selecting a math class, you should take the Calculus Math Readiness Exam if you haven't already, and that's even if you're expecting AP or IB credit for calculus. That's very important. If you do earn college credit for calculus, then you should take an archived exam from Applied Math to ensure that you're really comfortable with the material and moving forward. So we recommend if you receive AP credit for, say, Calc 1 and Calc 2, and you're considering moving beyond Calc 1, then you should take the archived final exam from Calc 1 to make sure that you're comfortable with that material. Or if you're considering moving past Calc 2, then take the archived exam from Calc 2 and take the exam under, sort of normal exam situation where you just have notes and pencil and paper and no phone or computer to help you. And then you can grade yourself using the posted solutions and see how comfortable you are. So that's really important to make sure that you're in the right math class going forward. And there's a website there on the engineering advising site that talks a lot in detail about selecting your math class. Applied math classes are generally recommended for engineering students, but you can also take your math classes through the math department, which is MATH. So let me know if you have any questions about that. So some physics resources and student groups, we'll just go through that real quick here. So we have the physics help room, which is in the physics building in the basement, and it's a big open room where students can work together on problems for their classes, and it's also staffed by faculty and TAs from various courses Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 p.m. So that's open and available for you to use, and we definitely encourage students to work together there and form study groups. CU Prime is another resource. It's run by graduate students in the physics department, and they actually offer a course in the fall semesters, which is Phys 1400, which sort of teaches you what it's like to be a scientist. So it's called Fundamentals of Scientific Inquiry. During that course, they pair you with a graduate student mentor, and you work on a small research project during the semester, and they have a poster session at the end where you present your results. So it's a really great course and a great community to be involved in. If you're interested in that, check out their website, cuprime.org. They have info on the class, and you do have to apply to be in the class, but you can fill out that application. They just want to know a little bit more about students that are taking that class. And then CU Prime also hosts bi-weekly talks given by grad students on their research, which is aimed at undergrads. So that's a really great way to get involved in the department and meet people as well. The talks will be, aimed at undergrads, so they'll be understandable by first-year students, and we highly recommend those. Women in Physics is a group that meets usually once a month and has lunch and does fun activities. Beyond Boulder is a workshop or seminar series which is focused on what to do after you graduate. So for students graduating in physics, engineering physics, and astronomy, they talk about career options, they bring in some speakers from industry, and give you tips if you're interested in going on to grad school. And then the Society of Physics Students is another great way to meet people and get involved. They have weekly meetings with free pizza. They meet on the 11th floor of the Gamow Tower in the Duane Physics building, which has a great view. And there you can just meet your peers, work on homework. They also sometimes organize activities like lab tours and hikes. It's just a great way to meet your peers in the major. And if you're interested in learning more, we have more information on the physics website at that link below. So your next steps should be, if you haven't already, definitely take the math readiness exam. You should also complete the online experience, and you can find that in MyCU info. If you need technical assistance with the online experience, New Student and Family programs are the one to go to. And you must also complete and pass the advising and enrolling in classes quizzes in order to select your enrollment window. So that's really important to do that before your enrollment window. And once you do that, then you can sign up for an enrollment window in MyCU info. And those windows start in early July, and each window is open from Monday through Thursday at 4:30 p.m. And I definitely recommend that before your window opens, have your schedule planned out in MyCU info or in your shopping cart, and just log in first thing on Monday morning to enroll. And let me know if you have any challenges with enrolling during your window. I'll also reach out before your window to make sure that you know that your window is the following week, and answer any last minute questions you have about what you're going to enroll in. And so I think that's it. Definitely let me know if you have any questions. My email is there, or feel free to call me at 303-492-6953. Or if you're in the area, reach out and let me know if you want to stop by and meet in person. Happy to do that as well. So welcome to Engineering Physics, and have a great day.